With record-breaking attendance and sold-out exhibit hall, the 35th Annual Women in Aviation International Conference welcomed more than 5,200 attendees from 35 countries and more than 200 exhibitors representing all facets of the aviation and aerospace industries. This high-energy event featured an array of world-class keynote speakers, as well as a variety of education sessions, professional development seminars, and workshops. During the 3-day conference, attendees engaged in multiple networking and mentoring opportunities based on their career goals and personal interests.
I found mentorship in the women who had trailblazed the way forward, reading books on Amelia Earhart and Jackie Cochran and Bessie Coleman, getting immersed in the stories of early aviation and how they were pioneers, and then finding organizations like WAI and coming to the conference when I had just gotten my pilot's license. This was the first conference I came to, and finding, connections here changed my life.
131 scholarships were awarded during WAI 2024 for flight training and type ratings, engineering, maintenance, dispatch, and professional development for individuals in all stages of life. Since 1995, scholarship funders have given over $15 million to WAI members. And through WAI's new international scholarship program, scholarships have been awarded to 7 international universities. WAI knows that scholarships change lives and breaks a key barrier to entering the aviation industry: cost.
If there's one thing that I've learned, especially with a lack of mentors early in my career, it's recognizing that it's really the community that is there. And as you progress in your career, you're progressing with a cohort of women who are going through the same experiences or have just gone through the same things that you're going through. And if you look around and you feel alone, that there are not very many women in the job that you're in, this is the place where you can have that sense of community, the support, the encouragement, the networking, and the opportunities for the future. So I'm absolutely convinced that this is essential for aviation overall, but also for all women in aviation.
I think all of the events at the conference are really well structured and have a lot of educational value for our women in the industry. In many ways is how we connect. There is so many different ways we can connect with people, but no better than connecting in person.
Women in Aviation is such an important organization, and forums like this at the conference are so incredibly important. This time in person together focused on aviation, on women in aviation, on the challenges, on the opportunities is absolutely critical. Success won't happen without this venue and without women in aviation. It's so inspiring, it's so energetic, it has such an important atmosphere of can-do with really tangible things. I think that's important. I think talking about change is one thing, but if there aren't tangible actions for change, we saw the scholarship recipients, we heard about the Harvard program for women, and I had the opportunity to talk to some of the women who just completed that. I've talked to people in industry. There's very tangible things happening. What happens here, I think, is uncommon, and it's very special, and it's very necessary.
Trailblazing women of note were inducted into the Women in Aviation International Pioneer Hall of Fame. Katherine Johnson, legendary NASA mathematician. The U.S. Air Force First Undergraduate Navigator Class 78-01. The first female class of 6 navigator candidates to pave the way for other women in military aviation. And 500 female volunteers from the U.S. Army Air Force's World War II flight nurses. Girls in Aviation Day Orlando, part of WAI's Aviation for Girls program, welcomed 250 girls ages 8 to 18 who visited nearly 30 activity stations, heard about 6 different aviation careers from the Sky is Unlimited career panel, and had lunch with keynote speaker Nicole Batches, CEO and owner of Rainbow Helicopters.
What I really want to tell them is to have a vision, and no vision is too big. It's really important to tell the girls when they're very young that any idea that they can imagine or that they want to do, that they can do.
WAI CEO Linda Kaufman marched the girls into the exhibit hall for a fun scavenger hunt. A day of fun, meeting role models, and learning about all the possibilities in aviation and aerospace earned participants their WAI Aviation Fun Patch. Mark your calendar for next year and this unique opportunity to connect, engage, and be inspired with thousands of members of the WAI community. Join us for the 36th Annual Women in Aviation International Conference in Denver, March 27th through the 29th, 2025, at the Gaylord Rockies Resort and Convention Center.